La 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 la. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down.
Yeah, your face, you got the light on your face is shining, fam.
No, it's because you give me some of the cocoa butter sponsorship one.
I love it, love it, love it, love it. We shining, we shining. Oh my goodness, Spence, today is one of the most, if not the most highly anticipated Fight is Rights we have done for a hot minute. Because, well, I told you, Frankie Blue Eyes, he delivered. A lot of promoters was talking. Certain promoters was talking up the talk. But the silent assassin, aka FW, Mr. Frank Warren, to some, Frankie, to others, delivered. And we have, well, 41 million USD. That's how much. 41 million USD. I see man try putting a purse bid of some 31.222222. No, fam, that can't work. Frank just said, nah, all right, cool. You put in your 32.2222. Guess what? I like that one. 41 point X amount million. And both fighters, and rightly so, are going to be rewarded for this momentous occasion. I'm looking forward to it, Spence.
You have to look forward to this because this is a genuine fight. This is a fight where the men are going out hard. This is where the men have got history. This is where Dillian Whyte has earned the right for the fight.
Put the thing, and this is the Fight is Right.
So he's going out to do what he does best. Tyson Fury's mind is properly on this thing because I can tell when a man's on it. Just look at Tyson Fury's face. Look at his jawbone. Look at his. Do you know what I mean? That's a man that is like, yeah, right, rude boy. I'm ready for this thing. So I'm jumping for joy.
But Tyson's on this Dosser talk business. The Dosser, the Dosser. But I'm gonna be real with you. The Dosser don't sound like it. Don't have the same vibes as the normal Dosser.
Turn. I rest my case. Usually when he says Dosser, I can hear different emphasis in that Dosser talk.
Energy. Right? The energy is different.
Right. The energy of this Dosser talk don't sound so powerful. I'm just keeping it 100. But they don't mean that Tyson Fury is not going to come to fight because he's going to come to fight. He's going to be the betting favorite going into this fight.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Right? Because of the 3 wins that he's had against Deontay Wilder. But
and isn't it fitting that the mayor of Brixton
salute
has just donated the first Snapchat of the evening. Some call it super chats. I call it Snapchat. He said, big up, champs. This is going to be a massive fight and the build up, exciting times ahead. Give us another beautiful show tonight, guys. It's my birthday. Hashtag Team White. Happy birthday, the mayor of Brixton.
The mayor of Brixton is a real one. Really, truly, he should be the mayor of South London.
Come on.
Proper supportive, man. I always see him down at Miguel's boxing gym. Down in Brixton, he's that guy that goes and supports the man them 1,000,000%. He's just behind the guys, and especially the South London guys. So I've got to salute him. Big boxing fan as well. So I have a really, I know you had a fantastic birthday. So I hope that you got everything that you desired, and you're gonna get even more because it's still night time coming.
Yes, sir. Big up, Mayor Brixton. Happy birthday to you, sir. And thank you for your continued support and your donation tonight. Let's go. Let's carry on, Spence.
Listen, man, like I said, this fight is a genuine heavyweight title clash simply because of the man's desire and keenness of Dillian Whyte to want to fight anybody. And he's proven it time and time again. Even if he comes unstuck, he says, yeah, I still want to fight. I want to fight. You know what I mean? Look, when he got knocked out by Povetkin, he was literally begging to get the rematch. Literally begging to get the rematch. And also was a bit hurt, but where Dillian Whyte has this pig ignorance, even though Tyson Fury is going to be the overwhelming betting favorite in this fight, I'm telling you, by the time the fight is properly announced, that it will shorten and it will start to waver to Dillian Whyte's favor. He ain't going to be the favorite, but it's going to waver over to him. So right now, Tyson Fury is going to be the overwhelming betting favorite, right? But what I do know is this: the mind tricks and the psychology tricks that Tyson Fury usually plays on his opponents shall not, and I repeat, shall not work on Dillian Whyte. Ain't gonna work.
Before we go into why it won't work, let me just read something from a clipping I got. It says, and I quote, Warren, meaning Frank Warren, won with a record bid of $41 million, which equates to 30.6 million. Confirmed to be the biggest purse in boxing history, Spencer. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. While Eddie Hearn bid of 32 million, 23.9 million, of Warren's winning bid, 10% is kept as a winner's bonus, while the rest is split 80-20 in the favor of the defending champion, Fury. This means that Fury will receive 29.5 million, which is 22 million UK, and Whyte will receive $7.4 million, 5.5 UK money, road money. And the winner of the fight earns an additional, I want you to listen to this. The winner of the fight earns an additional 4.1 million bonus, 3.1 million pound.
Which is beautiful if Dillian Whyte can be victorious, because really and truly the fight split on the purse, especially when we're looking at, if we look at history and we look at British heavyweights who have clashed each other where it's been a big fight, a big deal of a fight, usually it's 60-40 split, right? Even when it came into the world title, of like when Frank Bruno challenged Lennox Lewis for his WBC crown, Frank Bruno got a 60-40 split. Do you know what I mean? So seeing that, but I understand how it goes. This is what the WBC had ordered, that Dillian Whyte, okay, then you're going to get your shot. You've been running us down for the longest time. You've been suing us and all the rest of it. Okay, then here it goes. You're going to get 20%. The thing about it is this, he's taken it to say, I want to get 20%, but he didn't take the side deal where it could have been a deal done before it goes to the purse bids. He said, I'm going to wait for purse bids and see what's going on. So Dillian Whyte has to be thankful to Frank Warren, because Eddie Hearn is Dillian Whyte's promoter. So Eddie Hearn should have won that purse bid. Right? He should have won that purse bid.
So what does that say about, do you think that says anything about how Eddie looks on Dillian, in terms of the confidence?
No, you know what? I'm gonna address that in a minute, Ton. What I believe is this. I believe that Eddie Hearn for 31 mil, that's enough. Do you know what I mean? Thinking like, no one ain't gonna outbid that, because 31 million is a hellacious figure. Serious. But old Frankie Blue Eyes said, nah, brother.
No, sir.
You know what I mean? And he just lay down the double deuce like he's playing dominoes and mash up the table.
Because Frank's pockets are deep. I just read a comment that made me laugh. He said, Whyte is vulnerable to uppercuts. Rivas, Povetkin, and AJ all dropped him with an uppercut, but Fury uppercutted himself, fam. Bro. Fury uppercuts himself. That's how angry he gets. Bro, don't muck about with Tyson Fury, though. He gets so angry with uppercut himself. But anyway, we ain't even touched that part yet. But I know Gary saw it and he's like, bro, I'm putting that up straight away. Anyway, thank you to the brother. Let me read that. Eon Kitterick.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you very much, Eon Kitterick, for the €4.99. He said, where do you think a fighter like Dillian would sit in the 19s heavyweight scene? Would he challenge for honors? I believe so, he would. That's my opinion.
You know what?
Go on, Spence.
Lennox has put it best. He said, yeah, it's nice to think about these things. We really don't know. We'd like to romanticize the scene, like who would do what and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? Bookies cannot judge a man's will. You know what I mean? They can go on paper statistically how they see things going on. They're getting rumors about are they having mixed up with their wives or blah 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 or this that horse dead cow fat. But we can't really tell. But what I am gonna say is that the top boys of the 90s were Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, and Evander Holyfield.
That's some serious, bro. That's a serious
I'm just being real. I don't believe that Dillian could have been in there with those guys. Right? I think the only one out of the current crop of heavyweights that could have managed, and I'm only doing it off of his size and nothing else, right? Would have been Tyson Fury because of his size, the sheer size of the guy, and he has a decent boxing brain. But in saying that, I've said this so many times, I think that Tyson Fury could have lived in any era because of his size. But then when I'm looking at, I'm saying like technically he's very good as well. But technically he does make mistakes.
Don't forget Razor Ruddock and Shannon Briggs and them man there, you know. They was in this.
Exactly. So those man was serious brothers. I'm just gonna be real with you. People like the forgotten name of that time there was Ikebuchi. You know what I mean? Tunde's Nigerian cousin. That man was, bro.
Dave Tua was in there as well.
Yeah, Dave Tua was in there as well.
Yep.
I remember Cedric Kushner, the boxing promoter, who was promoting your cousin. He was saying that because he had mental issues, but he came and he said, "Nah, I can hear the spirits coming through the ventilators from the air conditioning, and I can't sleep. Spirits are coming through there." So Krishna just said to him, "All right, the easiest thing to do is just turn off the AC and you're all right, brother." So
Ike was a serious heavyweight.
You know what I mean? But I'm going back to what Lennox was saying like we should judge man on their era or what's going on right now and how because preparation of things right now scientifically, you'd want today's era to be better than the past era. The reason being is because if you don't, that means that you're fighting down progression of human nature. So you want things to evolve and to be better, but more than likely, certain times when we do evolve, things are in the evolution. It's like we become recessive. So I don't think I'm just keeping it 100. I don't think I think he would have been in there because you know what? I tell you what. Dillian Whyte versus Gary Mason would have been a good fight.
Dillian Whyte,
I was just watching Gary Mason earlier today. I mean, that would have been a good fight. Trust me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I tell you, another guy for the British heavyweight scene that we seem to forget was Horace Notice. That guy could fight, man.
You're dropping names now, Spence.
Right. So when we're talking about that of like past eras, do you know what I mean? There were certain guys in that past era that could rock. You know what I mean? If we look at British heavyweights of the past, a man who gets greatly looked over is Joe Bugner. Joe Bugner technically was superb. It's just that whether he fancied it at the time when he meant to fancy it, you know what I mean? Because he's a little playboy and all the rest of it. But when Joe Bugner fancied it on his night, Joe Bugner gave anybody trouble.
Okay, well, so let's look at this fight, Spence. The Battle of the Ages. We have Tyson Fury, 31-0 with one draw, 22 KOs. And our man Dills, 28 wins, 19 KOs, 2 losses, but 2 losses by KO.
Yeah.
First
Big
of
up
all,
Fifi.
big up Fifi, a regular viewer, listener. He said, "Good evening. Hope you're having a good day. Is there any reason why Dillian hasn't responded yet? Do you expect him to promote this fight fully? We do believe this fight will happen, right?" He's asking the question.
Okay.
And the
No.
man to answer that question is Spence. Go ahead, Spence. Go ahead.
I don't believe that Dillian is. You know when somebody just wants this, so
Yeah,
right,
it's
it's
not a
here
no
now,
play thing.
right? You see, like before, so all the screaming, all the shouting, running down Deontay Wilder for about 27 years. You know what I mean? He ran down Deontay Wilder longer than Nelson Mandela was in jail. Right? So
Come on.
now it's here. So maybe Dylan's mindset is like, I don't need to promote this thing because this thing's gonna be self-perpetuating and self-promoting because everybody knows who I am in the UK. You know what I mean?
But don't you think he has wouldn't you say he has kind of like a moral duty to promote this fight?
1,000,000% he does. Yeah,
Yeah,
one
after
million.
man's put up so much peas, it's not even your promoter. He's putting more money than your promoter. Sorry. He's putting more money sorry, that was a mistake, gal. He's put up more money than your promoter. Don't you think there's kind of like a moral duty to help boost ticket sales on pay-per-view buys?
Yes, 1,000,000%. Especially if you come out victorious because you're gonna get that other 10%. You know what I mean? So I believe that it is, but regardless that I understand where Dylan's mind is. If he says like, "Wow, I'm just turning up and fighting, bro. I just want to do man something." You know what I mean? I get that part, but I'm saying I think you have a moral duty to promote this fight, not just for the promotional side of it to get everywhere. No, I think you got a moral duty to promote this fight because this is the lineal heavyweight championship of the world between two Brits. It's never been done before. It's never been done before. David Haye was the WBA champion when he fought Woody Harrison, right? And he wasn't regarded as the best in the world at the time because Vladimir Klitschko was still around. Do you know what I mean? And he had the remainder of the belts, and he was seen as the lineal champion, even though it kind of split it off. But because he had the majority of the other belts, he was the person that was seen as that. It wasn't seen that way when it wasn't seen that way when Lennox Lewis fought Frank Bruno in 1994 because Lennox Lewis was actually given the world title belt because Riddick Bowe refused to defend the title against him and threw the WBC belt in the bin. And Solomon at the time, Jose Solomon, gave him the title. He was given the world title. Similarly to 1978 when Muhammad Ali and Leon Spinks ended up fighting each other and they gave the WBC crown to Ken Norton. Ken Norton never defended it.
The knowledge.
Right? So these are the things. But this is the first time that two British men, have fought for the World Heavyweight Championship, the lineal version, and the Ring Magazine belt.
History.
It's history, bro. So promote the thing.
Yeah, serious. Yeah, that is a fantastic way to answer that question, Spence. All right, so listen, breaking down the fight. I mean, we always have a show on ways to win for both fighters, but seeing as we're here, what do you suggest the tactics should be for Tyson Fury first, and then we'll touch on Dillian?
You know what? I'd rather pass that to you, and the reason why I'd rather pass that to you is because you're working on game plans every day. I'm not working on game plans every day. You know what I mean? I give my opinions, and I can couple my opinions historically because history does repeat itself. But I'd rather hand that question over to you because Tunde's got more combinations as a safe breaker. You mean I'd rather pass that one to you so that the people hear you bust your knowledge right now.
All right. Well, look, what do we have here? We have. Sorry, 1 second. You know, when you look at it, before we go any further, Mr. Snapchat Executive Snapchat is in the building, Mr. Ben Odom, and he says, after donating £100 sterling, he says, "Good evening, sirs. People must also remember that the 90s boxers came up through the amateurs, etc. I love Dillian, but he would have been exposed by the likes of Tyson, Bowe, Lennox, Holyfield, Ike, even Tua, Razor, and Herbie in their primes." Fam, that shows you how deep the heavyweight division was back in the 90s. Man forgot about Herbie Hyde. Herbie Hyde was a dangerous hombre because he too was psychotic.
Listen to me, yeah? I remember the night that Herbie Hyde knocked June 27th, 1997, when he knocked out.
Hold on.
Right? When he knocked out Tony Tucker for the WBO title, yeah? Tucker is a man that's never been stopped. Tucker got floored twice by Lennox Lewis. They fought. Mike Tyson could have for him. And this man, and I'm going to tell you the next thing. After that, Tucker went on and lost on points to John Ruiz, who John Ruiz went on to become WBA heavyweight champion.
So that shows you Herbie was clapping, man.
He could listen. Herbie Hyde had some different juju on his hand too.
Remember the Nation man them come at the press conference. Him and Michael Ben.
Listen, he punched up Michael Ben in his face, bro.
Punch up Michael Ben, man. Didn't give a two hoots about no Nation, man. Bro, he was swinging. You know, Herbie was a loose cannon. Remember when him and Danny Williams was rocking as well?
Yeah. I remember that well. Because what happened was Danny knocked him out in sparring. Right?
Yes.
This is where Danny was being trained by Winston Spencer or Kofi Asante.
Yes.
And Danny knocks him out in sparring when they're up in Woolwich. And then, Norwich, knocks him out in sparring. Bruv, you see the next day when Herbie Hyde come through.
Yeah, straight rockers. But come
Herbie Hyde was he was a madman, you know. He was and he could punch. Herbie Hyde he had some serious punching power.
Yes, sir.
Remember, he hurt Riddick Bowe, you know. When he fought Riddick Bowe, he hurt Riddick Bowe.
He definitely did hurt Riddick Bowe. I remember I was at, was you on the bill? No, you weren't on the bill. London Arena, Herbie Hyde versus Vitaly Klitschko. I was there. I went there.
I was meant to box on the undercard.
Yeah, you was meant to. I remember Bradley Price was on that bill. I remember I rode up there with Kofi, and I remember Dean Powell saying, "Bloody hell, they let him in. They let him in, bro." Dean Powell. He's like, "Bro, you're causing too much trouble around there." But yeah, I was green behind it. I just come in the game, and I rode up there with Kofi. Anyway, going back to the statistics, you have Tyson Fury 6'9" against the body snatcher 6'4". That is a big advantage in terms of a height. Also, the reach is 85 cm compared to 78 or 216 cm compared to 198 cm for Dillian Whyte. So you got someone here in Tyson Fury that's got obvious physical advantages in terms of just dimensions. So I mean, you don't need to be Emmanuel Stewart to know that he should be trying to utilize those strengths and box him. I think the worst thing Tyson Fury can do is try to slug it out with Dillian, because we all know Dillian is coming straight road man science. No long thing. Bruv, I keep telling him, buy your shirts, staminaforsale.com, the sweet roadman science, because that is what Dillian's coming with. I don't even need to be in camp, because I'm quite sure Xavier, the American brother they brought in, I don't even know the guy's name, Spence will notify me on that, but I think he was in camp with Lennox Lewis, you said. They can't be thinking about a boxing match with Tyson Fury, because it just ain't gonna work. Bro, it just ain't gonna work.
If they did that, they're throwing away. They're playing Tyson Fury at his own game.
Yeah, that just ain't gonna work. So for Dillian just needs to be himself. I think that's what is gonna favor Dillian in this fight. Him just being himself. He doesn't really need to change too much. You know what it's for Dillian. It's always been a question of just lack of concentration, and a few times that lapse in concentration has cost him the fight. I believe that he's rectified it. He definitely rectified it in the Povetkin rematch, but he's gonna have to be totally focused for this one. And
let me tell you this, yeah.
Yes.
The focus Dillian Whyte's gonna have to have is like when he was in Saudi Arabia and Mark Timpson drowned in the water.
You just stole the words from my brain. You actually just stole the words from my brain. Fam, that concentration is what is needed when a man tried to choke him. Bruv, Dillian nearly drowned he nearly drowned in the fight. Dillian nearly drowned in the corner. A man tried to choke him. So 100%, the concentration. Listen, Dillian, the way I see it is this. None of us are really in the position. Well, we are because of the experience, but Dillian knows what to do. Dillian knows what to do. It's roadman mentality, roadman science with maximum concentration. And I feel if he can see, the thing about Tyson could get drawn into that. You laughing at the thing, innit? Bro, Tyson could get drawn into that. So I actually think that Dillian should do his best to wind up Tyson Fury in this. Do his best to wind him up, get him out of his game plan, because, you know, Tyson's got that ego thing as well, which up until now has benefited him wholeheartedly. You know, the only undefeated heavyweight champion other than Alexander Usyk. But, you know, Tyson's been there from the start. He's been a heavyweight from the start. So he's got that. So you can't, you know, everything Tyson has done up until this point has worked. But to make this fight interesting, I want Tyson to come out center ring and start rocking it with Dill. And then, bruv, anything's happening. Anything, a left hook can, and you know my commentary for that night is going to be hype. I'm going to be jumping, shouting.
You ain't having no commentary. And y'all's fighting for the world title on that show.
Oh, man. Cha. Yeah.
So,
I guess,
forget about that one.
Well, there's not even no question. But I'll do an episode the following day with us as world champions and the winner who is victorious between Whyte and Fury. We'll be breaking that down. But yeah, I mean, it's not rocket science. Tyson has to use his attributes of great boxing skills, you know, hit and not be hit, use his height, use his reach, use his power, because he's actually got more knockouts on his resume than Dillian has. Let's remember that. I think we all are so, you know, we all salivate over Tyson Fury's skills that we actually forget he's a heavy-handed brother.
There's a puncher now, bro.
He's a heavy-handed, you know, he is a heavy-handed brother. And the way that I see him doing all this weightlifting and dumbbells and jumping up and down and screaming and jumping in cold rivers and all them things, that I'm like, yeah, bruv, this guy is something. But don't listen, Dillian has been putting in work for years. And the reason why this is such an interesting and an intriguing match is because, as you said, the one thing that can't be measured, the one thing that bookmakers cannot account for, calculate, is a man's will and desire and his stubbornness, his sheer stubbornness. And our man Dillian has been stubborn. He's not taking no step aside money. He turned down AJ fight before. He's like, bro, this thing's going my way. So it's really going to be interesting to see what happens when you got two strong-willed individuals going at his center ring. Gonna be a great fight, Spence. No matter what, it's gonna be
an excellent fight. I pray that the fight's at Wembley. There is, I mean, the word on the street, Ton, is that
we was talking about the word on the street earlier.
The word on the street is that should mash him up, Ton. Though the word on the street,
bro, what you want going, bro? Loud that.
The word on the street. The word on the street is that it could end up in Cardiff, at the Principality Stadium, where Anthony Joshua boxed Carlos Takam. It could be there. I hope that it's not there, even though Cardiff Wells is a very nice venue. But just for the London thing, the London vibe, you mean Frank Warren's a London promoter.
Come on, Frank, do the business. We want West Ham Stadium or the Emirates. That's what we want. Yeah, and I know Frank can deliver.
Yeah, you mean, because that would just be humongous and it'd be so superb. You mean, listen, bottom line is I don't business where it is because Wales is just down the road. That's the truth.
That is actually the truth. It don't really matter.
I don't know business where it is. Wales is down the road. The talk that the fight could be April 23rd, I think, something like that.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
Fingers crossed that all comes through into fruition, and we get to see this fight because this is something that is so desperately needed. No fooling around, no back and forth like the AJ Fury business or like AJ versus Deontay Wilder and all these kind of things. Which I reckon in Anthony Joshua's back of his mind, he's saying, "Right, how comes?" I'm the king of the heavyweight division, right? I'm the cash cow, and these men have completely stolen your thunder.
Trust me. Yeah,
no one's not even calling Anthony Joshua's name.
No. I'm sorry. This is the Fury White show. That's what this thing is. It's the Fury White show, and I mean, listen. What do you think the press conference is going to be like? Because that's what, bro, I'm all gas for everything. Every part of this fight, I'm gas for. Press conference, weigh-in, everything.
Bro, I'm going to the press conferences. I'm going to weigh-in. You know what I mean? I'm going to everything.
I mean, don't be surprised if the press conference is muted. Because I can't see. No, I can't see Tyson getting up in Dillian's face and call him. No, I can actually. Bro, I can because I remember Derek Chisora versus Tyson Fury. Yeah, I remember Tyson must have bring about 90 man with him to the face off. And when they came with each other, and bear in mind, Derek's just coming from Germany where he dash spit in man's face and dash cupping man's head and everything. And I remember Tyson Fury going up to Derek, and all the traveler man behind Tyson was like, go on, Ty. I was like, bro, I'm getting out of here, bro. I'm round the back. And then man, they teeth they lash all the TV equipment as well. From the TV, man. Bro, Tyson's crew is serious. But that was back in the day. But I mean, like, I don't know. I know Dillian ain't having it. If you step up to Dillian like that, he ain't having it.
He's not having it, bro.
He ain't having it.
He's coming to rock.
Thank you,
Ben Oldham. Start again, you know.
Mr. Snapchat himself. Thank you again for the £50 donation. Chris Andrews Boxing has made an interesting point earlier about Fury's legs. Dillian targeting that massive body and punching inside Fury's hooks. But sadly, my logic beats my heart. I think Fury wins.
Well, what I'm saying is this. Chris Anders, very, very good notion. Because have you noticed that Tyson Fury wears his ball protector underneath his armpits?
Yeah, but having said that, I see his dad jamming that medicine ball into that belly, that fat belly of his. I see his dad jamming the ball into it. And bruv, Tyson Fury's dad ain't no small man.
No,
So,
Tyson Fury's dad is a big man.
He's a big guy.
He's a unit. He's a unit of a
man. But you know what? Oh, I forgot what Dillian fight I was watching last night. And the way Dillian was going to the body, the left hook to the body, it was against the same body who dropped him. Rivas. The way Dillian was going to the body. The way Dillian needs to, that's what Dillian needs to do. Dillian needs to go to the body exactly like that and come over with an overhand right. I'm telling you, that's the combination. The left hook to the body, the overhand right. All right, cool, watch. Remember, I'm telling you, you know what? You know my mouth is serious when I talk. But anyway, carry on, Spence.
You know what? So I know allegedly Dillian dropped Tyson Fury with body shots in sparring. Right? So I'm saying if that is the case, maybe it's susceptible to the body, but on certain things when you say susceptible to the body, could be mental as well. So when your dad's flinging in them big 50 kilo medicine balls in your belly, mentally that's gonna say, well, I'm tough enough for it. But one thing we can't take away is like if someone throws a timed shot left hook to the body,
there you go.
You cannot escape that. Reason why? Because I used to love throwing left hooks to the body. I think I did make Tunde do out all the food
Don't
in his
be
belly.
silly now, Spencer.
Shut up, Tunde. That's a Tunde.
Don't be silly.
They're not big.
You're gonna go into that when the whole of the Fight Is Right crew know I knocked you out in the lin.
Tunde, I doubled you
know
out.
I knocked you out in the lin. You
knocked out what? Knocked out Tunde. You could even knock out masturbation, bro.
Bro, what are you doing, Gary? Gary.
About you knocked out, you idiot.
Gary, he's gone off on one again. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? I keep on telling you, this is a family show. You can't be talking like that.
Yeah.
But we all know you got knocked out, Spence. So don't worry.
Tunde, I doubled you over. You
ain't doubling nothing.
Tunde, you were doubled over like you was a Wrigley double mint gum.
The only double you done is playing dominoes on a Sunday. You ain't doubling nothing.
All right, Tunde. All right, let's continue. Let's continue with the show. We all know, Tunde. We all know what happened anyway. I know tonight when you go to sleep, you're gonna wake up in the middle of the morning. I remember when Spencer brought me up in my belly, you know. But it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Bro, I don't know. You keep on lying this narrative into your own brain.
Gary,
we know about Spencer. We know about Spencer repeating lies to himself till he believes it.
No. Listen to me. Tunde was my bag carrier. All right. I used to phone Tunde and tell him what time to come pick me up to go to gym.
Get on the show. Bobby, the guy just would never admit it. The way I beat up Spencer, bro, I keep telling you. The way that I beat this boy up. It just don't get, bro. Anyway, please, Spencer, we've got a show to conduct. We have a show to conduct.
You could have beat nothing.
We got a show to conduct. David G says, all right, David G, thank you for the £5 donation.
Big up, David, thank you.
He said, White at the press conference should straight away say Fury can't weigh his belt so high. White will get a point deducted for a body shot because the belt is high. Interesting.
Well, no doubt that will be stipulated in the contract when the contracts are drawn up, especially like if he goes to the WBC, where his people write to the WBC and they write to the British Border Control because it's going to be under the auspices of the WBC, but because it's in Great Britain, it will also be in line with the British Border Control, and the British Border Control have an affiliation with the WBC, and properly push that narrative like the guy wears his ball protector too high.
Don't you think that I don't know about that, you know, because sometimes when you focus, I believe if he makes that a point and focuses on that, you know, he might just forget about. I remember listening to Michael Jordan saying he don't focus on 3-point throws because if he does, he's gonna forget about his old game and trying to perfect his old game. I kind of like akin that to this situation that if he's
Yeah.
going out focusing on this protector business, you're already showing a man that, you know, you're already showing a man what's in your mind. You're focusing on the body. And as a fighter, if a man's focusing on my body, well, first of all, I'm going to lick your body. That's the first thing I'm going to do. And when you go to the body, I'm going to time you. So I wouldn't even be raising no alarms like that. But again, who are we to tell Dillian what to do? It was all a dream. Thank you for the £5 donation. He says, happy Whyte finally getting his shot and the bag. Also, please interview Chris Andre Boxing. He's a knowledgeable guy. I don't know. I never heard of him, Spence.
Neither have I. But yeah, DM us or DM our producers so I can check out your stats.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yes, we always like knowledgeable
Because
people on the
he's
fight,
on the show
right?
now giving out comments apparently. So, you know what I mean? Big him up for the support. So, thank you very much.
Big up Chris
But
Andre.
Chris, the real support is the Snapchats.
Yes, big up Chris. Thank you. The real support is the Snapchat. So, bro, if you do the Snapchat, you even get more support. But thank you, and it'd be good talking to you sometime. Just DM our producer, the man behind the cam, Gary Blake, and we'll sort that out. Anyway, back to the fight, the strategy of the fight, the build-up of the fight. I mean, what else can we talk about in this fight?
Listen,
Spence?
you know what? The build-up, if both men just turned up and said nothing, we'll still be hyped. You know what I mean? Just the electricity, you know what I mean, which these two will generate for that.
Yes.
And I just want to see them kind of sized up, just to see the body language. I really do like press conferences, you know?
Yes,
even if
trust
man
me.
don't talk, I just like to see their focus, where their focus is at.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
What energy they're putting, omitting. What, you know what I mean? What eye contact do they make? I love watching these little things, you know what I mean? And sometimes it means nothing, sometimes it means a lot. But I do like looking at it. I like when if there's a head-to-head, then they size up. I love seeing these things, right?
Even
Just
the head-to-head is going to be live.
It's going to be serious. That's going to be serious. The head-to-head is going to be serious. And Frankie Blue Eyes better put in a contract that these two can't start swinging punches or they get fined X amount of money.
Oh, no, wait there. Sorry. Have you finished saying what you're saying, Spence?
No, it's cool. Go on.
So, because I got told off privately by some man saying, "You're not letting Knowledge finish his talk. Let him talk. You keep on interrupting him with the Snapchat." I told him, "Shut your mouth," and I blocked him.
Tunde is a hater to himself, bro. You know what I mean?
I said, bro, of course I have to interrupt, man. When people putting their hard-earned money in this thing, and you're there sitting down, DM me, giving me private comments about I'm interrupting my guy. I'm saying people, they work hard at daytime, and
you can cut me off any time when someone talks on the Snap business, because
listen, man, there's
end of the
nothing
day,
more.
they're supporting the show.
Exactly. So I have to cut you. Anyway, thank you, Leah O, the one and only. She says silence is so much more scarier than noise. Dillian should just watch Tyson jumping up and down, spitting gas at the press conference, then slowly walk up to him and whisper something sinister. Hey, Leah, bruv, sis, I would have liked to meet you in a dark alley, because it looked like you've been doing too much psychology on this thing. But you're right. Silence is different. Remember, I forgot who was fighting. I think it was the Irishman. And he was, and Mike Tyson's eyes was just going like this. Is that, bruv? The guy was going like this, and Mike was his eyes just, I think it was Kevin McNeely. Is that his name, Kevin McNeely?
Yeah.
The Irishman, yeah. He was moving left,
Peter
right.
McNeely.
Peter McNeely, that's
Mike
it.
Tyson's first fight from being released from the prison.
Yeah, Mike's eyes was just going left, right. As he was moving left, right, Mike's eyes was going left, right. But guess what? The first cum. So yeah, silence is definitely, I would say, more powerful and more scary than noise. So if Tyson's shouting, we ain't gonna, that's what we expect. But if Dillian just keeps his calm and composure, I remember having said this. Remember the Derek Chisora Dillian? I think it was the first fight. So Derek said, bro, you want to take it to the road? You want to take it to the road?
And he
And
picked up
Dylan
the
was like,
table.
bro,
He picked up the table,
Dylan
wasn't
was
it? He
like,
threw
bro,
the table.
what are you talking about, fam? What are you talking about? I never said nothing about no road. And Derek pick up the table and dash it after Dylan and Mark Tibbs. Remember
But
that?
what? You know what? Check this one out. I have to respect Derek because Dylan had a crew there. You know, he had all the sound man there.
Yeah.
Derek never rolled with nobody.
Yep. That's how Derek is
He
always
never rolled with
been
nobody.
still.
So also Derek knows what buttons to press to make more hype. And fair play, cause I think he got fined 40 grand for the British Border Control, which Eddie Hearn paid for him. You know what I mean? Because that's all bare ticks after. Yes, Chris is serious.
Yes, Chris.
Big up with the 20 quids.
Delivering Chris Andre Boxing. He said, for the record, this isn't a bribe. I'm just generally showing the love. Laugh out loud. Great show as always. Chris, believe me, this donation is more than that. Just your support, coming on the channel, listening to us on a Sunday evening, it means a lot. But the mere fact that you've backed your talk with Snapchat money, bruv, it's all love. It's more love. Because, you know, the Bible in Ecclesiastes says money changes everything. If you don't believe me, go check it. Go look up the word.
Sunday, but don't worry.
You know, I can never say that word properly, you know.
Well, you can't say a lot of words properly. But
yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, thank you anyway, brother. Appreciate it for the £20. Anyway, Spence, Karen.
Yeah, like I'm saying, if I'm not gonna say what one fighter should do from what one fighter shouldn't do, yeah. But when I'm looking at it, you know, Tyson Fury can throw quadruple jabs. Coyote Alajide, thank you very much, my brother, for the £4.49. Good show. Legends are putting it in. Quick question. Do you guys think there is a rematch clause? I mean,
by the way, shout out to Chris Andre Boxing in the chat.
Yep. You know what? I don't think there is a rematch clause in the contract. Simply because it's a mandatory title defense. It's a mandatory title defense that went to purse offers. Yes.
Big up Gary correcting me.
My apologies about that.
How do you say it, Spence? Eckler?
Hello. I've lost the sound. Man, try and phone me. I'll jump back in. Okay.
All right. Anyway, thank you very much. How do you say that? Ecclesiastes. Anyway, for those who don't know, the verse is chapter 10, verse 19. Look in your Bibles. Just take it down from the high place, dust it off, and open up that piece. Chapter 10, verse 19. Money changes everything. So thank you for your Snapchats. Much appreciated. And yeah, Cody says good work. Big up. It seems like Chris Andre has bought the man's them with him into the thing. You obviously have a huge following and a lot of people respect your knowledge. So yeah, big up, Chris. He said no one's beating Tyson. Jamie Leroy said no one is beating Tyson Fury. Period.
You know what?
We're going to find out. I'll be honest with you. Big up Rain 71. I don't want Dylan on no long talking thing, just some blood clots.
Yes, man. Big up Reynolds.
Bro, sorry for the bad language, but it wasn't me who said it. It was Rennie. I just repeated him. I'm not saying, bro. And you know, Dylan, this silence thing is serious, you know. This silence thing is serious because, bro, I phoned Dylan yesterday. You know when you look at the number and then press reject? Bro, that's what Dylan did to me, bro. Dylan, when I see you, bro, I'm gonna give you a comb in the head for that.
Well,
disrespect.
Tom, I spoke to him yesterday, and he was properly on one. Maybe it's time. Maybe you rang him. He's in the gym. But
No,
like he,
but I don't mind because
yeah,
I text him back and I said, listen, I'm just so happy for you and gassed that you got the fight you wanted. But listen,
yeah.
everyone and his dog must be trying to contact Dillian right now. So
Exactly. So, you know what I mean? So, big up Dillian Whyte. I appreciate the fact that you answered my call. I was going to the barber shop and it was like with my boy, and we had a good chat. And he was just on, bro, I'm just on some war thing, bro. You know what I mean? And he was very relaxed. Like, yeah, don't worry, man. It's all good. He was very relaxed. Like, he knows the task at hand. He knows it's not going to be easy. He knows this because I'm telling you, that gypsy juju that you's got, yeah, it's serious. Trust me, it's serious. And I want to realize this part here. Just go back to the first Deontay Wilder fight with Tyson Fury.
Yes.
When Tyson Fury got dropped,
The man, he done the Undertaker.
bro.
He done the Undertaker thing, bro. He wasn't supposed to get up from that.
I was watching Deontay Wilder when he broke up Woody Harrison, yeah?
Yes.
Right. And he could have got done for he could have got done for taking an old picture though, because Woody Harrison no, I'm not this
the way that he kept down Woody Harrison, it was mad.
Right? Remember, he had a knee brace on because his leg was mashed up.
Yeah. I remember it really
Yeah,
clear.
I mean? And Deontay Wilder was swinging, even when my arm was down, he was swinging off his head.
Now, people, that's what I was saying to you on the live yesterday, on our live, on our phones, that, bro, don't disrespect those wins with Tyson Fury, because Deontay Wilder is a serious customer.
Very
serious. And regardless of the skill set, he has to go down as one of the most explosive punchers the heavyweight boxing has ever seen, or heavyweight boxing has ever seen. And Tyson done
he's one of them.
Three times.
He's one of them. We can't turn around and say he's not one of them. He's one of them.
Yeah. Fifi, thank you very much again for your €9.99. He says, how do you think Dillian's inactivity will impact his fight? His fight, maybe this fight. Hasn't fought for more than 14 months now. Also, do you guys think this fight will do at least 850,000 pay-per-view buys in the UK?
I think it's going to do 1 million buys.
That's a two-part question.
Yeah, so the first question, I believe that this fight will break all records pay-per-view.
Come on.
That's what I believe, right? More so because of the intrigue of the what-if factor for Dillian Whyte, but what Tyson Fury is also bringing to the table, right? The second part, what was the second part? Leon Figures, big up yourself, brother.
The inactivity, you said the inactivity. The inactivity was the first part.
I don't believe that the inactivity will bear a brunt on Dillian Whyte, because I think as you get older in your careers, and Dillian is now become a veteran in boxing, yes. I don't believe that inactivity by the time he fights the 14 months is going to be a problem, because he's been waiting so long for this title shot, and he's constantly training. The brother don't have no off days, you know.
Professionally as well, he's got a great setup there in Portugal.
Wicked setup.
Proper trainers, experts in their field.
Wicked.
Everybody in that camp is at least 30% better for being there. So I definitely know that. I too, like you, agree that I don't think inactivity will play a part in this fight. Leon Figures, he said, here's a contribution. Thank you, first of all, for the £449. He said, here's a contribution for the Stamina of Assault and Chris Andre Link Up Show. Respect. Bro, fam, Chris, it's like you got a lot of fans, my man. You got a lot of fans. It's quite obvious to me. But no matter how many fans you got, everything get cancelled when Mr. Snapchat himself comes in the building. Bro, we don't even care about nothing else. Old type Mr. Snapchat himself, Ben Oldham, thank you for the further £100 donation. And he says, Tunde and Spence, can you please ask everyone to press 1 if they want to see the sparring footage between Spencer and Tunde? About respect to Chris Andre. Bro, Spencer deleted all files.
He deleted all
files.
Tunde, attention. At the time when I did Brook you up. You're lucky that there weren't no video footage.
Hey, bro.
You're lucky because I would expose you right now, and you wouldn't be working with no fighters right now.
Do you know that I still got that towel that you put over your head in the dressing room? Fam, I still got the towel. Bro, it's in my room. I still got the towel that you draped over your head. Bro, you couldn't believe it. You was like, bro, where did this African get this power from? Bro, I told you. Ebba. Okra stew.
Tunde, if that... Hold on to... Tunde, listen to me. Hold on to whatever you want. Listen to me. Hold on to whatever you want to hold on to. But you and I know the truth. And my friend...
You know the truth. You damn right you know the truth.
You're in prison right now. You know why you're in prison? You're in prison right now because the truth will set you free and you're not accepting the truth.
Bro, you hear that foghorn? That's the foghorn. That's how your head felt when I clapped you. Bro, I gave you too much. The beating that I gave you, Spence. I gave you so much of a beating that you're still thinking now. You probably still can't remember all now.
Tunde, you can't beat nothing, bro. I want you to know that now. You know what I mean?
Anyway,
if man want to get serious, we could go fight right now. Right now, right this second.
Bruv, you know Tunde, you don't want to fight me right now because I'll break you up. Bro, if I punch you
Tunde,
now, if I clap you, you see this? If I thump you now,
Tunde,
the moment you try to throw a punch at me, they're going to call the doctors for your hip replacement. You don't have no swing no more, fam.
Tunde, let me tell you this now. I'm going to tell you this now. You mean that a new broom sweeps clean, but an old broom knows every corner. There's nothing that you can't bring. You just start watch boxing last week.
You know what happened to the old broom? They sell it East Street Market. That old broom is being sold at East Street Market. That old broom can't work right there. Anyway, come on.
Listen to me.
You know how we just done this thing? Me and you do an exhibition bout.
For real.
But it ain't gonna be no exhibition. I'm gonna thump you up, fam.
Tunde, let me tell you this now. Let me tell you this now. I want you to just listen to me good. I want you to listen to me good, Tunde. I want you to listen to me good. Tunde,
Spence,
I was the king of sparring.
On the show, you're talking about fighting me. The other day on the show, you got up and you was moving like some 95-year-old brother. You can't about me. What are you talking about?
Tunde,
sit yourself down.
Tunde, I will kill you.
Bro, Gary, remember, Spencer was getting on the chair like this. Bro, sit yourself down, man.
Listen, my mental capacity is far superior to your weak knowledge that you got. I would give you the beating of your life.
Bro, man was moving like some old age pensioner. I have to tell you, Spence, put some oil in that. Put some olive oil in the thing. Because, bro, you're moving slow, fam. Anyway, bro, can we get on with our show? You always interrupt it. Ben, it's your fault. Ben Oldham, you started this thing here. And you know Spencer's a stubborn yard man. He never wants to admit anything. But anyway.
What?
Here we go.
Just admit.
Anyway,
when I doubled. All right, stop for a second. All right, stop for a second. Did I? Yes or no? Let's be serious, man. Let's be serious.
Man said you was moving like Louis Ortiz.
I know these little Nigerian tricks. I know these tricks.
Man said you was moving like Louis Ortiz. You was getting up in this man.
Oh, my mouth's hurting me, you know.
Oh my goodness, Spencer, you was getting up from the chair like Louis Ortiz. Oh my god. Oh Spencer, bro, I'm sweating. Don't you dare ever think that you can challenge me, bro. I'll break you up.
Tunde, you're an idiot.
Anyway, let's get serious. Sorry. All right, let's go back to this fight. All right, you know what? Let's come off of this fight for a second and let's touch on the upcoming fight. Brook versus Amir Khan. I'm hearing I saw an interesting interview from Liam. Who's the one fighting Kushibas? Liam
Williams.
Liam Williams. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Slap on my face for forgetting Liam's name because I know Liam is a supporter of ours. But an interesting comment that he made. He said that the way he was talking as though like, bruv, Kell Brook's old. And that kind of shocked me still because, you know, like they were all in the same gym. And, you know, it's like when fighters spar each other, they know. So maybe him making a statement like that, to me, really, that showed me a lot. And I was kind of shocked by that because he's like, the way he was talking, like, yeah, they're both old anyway. But he was talking like Kell Brook is done. And now, bro, that one little statement, I start changing my mind about this fight. I start changing my mind about this fight. I don't shame on them, but I'm just going by what people are saying. And you know, Liam Williams is in the gym with Kell Brook, or was, and he was. Yeah. What's this about Kell Brook injured? I don't want to hear none of that talk. But anyway, yeah, yeah, it never sound too. Oh my god, that's second person saying Brook's injured. Why?
Let me tell you this now, yeah. If Brook is injured, is because
man said Obia versus Chuju. Obia versus Jojo. Bro, you know, bro, the fight is right. It's too funny, you know. Anyway, go.
If the fight we're talking about the Juju thing is because Eddie Earl put some different Juju on Kell Brook to mash him up.
Oh man, that would be so upsetting. Bro, can't you just phone Dominic Ingle live right now and see what I'm going? Because I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear that. Big up Jermaine Gordon. Yeah, you done know. Jamie Leroy says, Tunde, will we ever see Callum Smith versus Yard in the future at 175? That fight would be fire. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Be careful how you call man's name, so man might get what they're asking for. Here we got Dominic Ingle live.
Spence. If I get him, because he may not. This ain't my proper phone. My proper phone is what I'm using right now. So
yeah,
you gotta think who the hell is this
number. May not recognize the number, not pick up.
Yeah.
Otai Anton M for the £5 donation. He says, evening gents, in your opinion, what are Tyson Fury's weaknesses and how can Dillian exploit them? Very good question.
Wicked question. The overhand, right? Question. Left hook to the body, left hook to the head.
There you go.
He's being susceptible to those shots. He's been definitely susceptible to left hooks. Dillian Whyte has got one of the best left hooks in the heavyweight division right now because he likes to do the catch counter as well.
Yes.
Like he's been doing pads with Tunde. You know, I mean, he loves the catch counter. So that, but we've seen Tyson Fury in the past get hurt with overhand rights from shorter men. I mean, even that Schwartzman gave him a bit of a tough run.
Yeah.
And cut him as well.
Interesting. So many things. But you know what? Dillian has to get past the jab. If he don't get past Tyson Fury's jab, it's going to be a long night, bro. I'm being honest with you. It's going to be a long night. But I know Dillian to me just looks so strong and aggressive of late that Fury may be faced or he may be put in a position whereby he's going to fight fire with fire.
Sorry, 1 second. Richard Poxon, you're live on the fight is right. Please refrain from using any foul language.
Yeah, you know Richard likes swearing.
Can't put me on like this with my glasses in the air all I've been on
what are you talking about? You look decent, mate. Richard Poxon, you're a man in the know. Is there any truth in Kell Brook injured for this Amir Khan fight?
Not that I've heard, pal, no.
Right. And this is a man, manager, fight promoter, trainer. If he's from Sheffield, so he has professional cyclist as well. I forgot that bit. table tennis
and
champion.
a psychologist as well.
Yeah, and psychologist. Right. So yeah, so we were just double checking in here, right? If you heard
I've not heard a thing, pal, now.
All right, thank you very much, Richard. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Take care, God
Richard,
bless.
quick question, Richard. Quick
Wait,
question.
1 second. Tunde's got a question for you.
Who you got, Fury or White? Fury or White? Dillian Whyte.
Tunde's asking who you got, Fury or Dillian Whyte?
Say that again, Spen. I couldn't hear a word he said.
He was saying, who have you got, Fury or White?
Yeah, you've got to go with Fury, I think, every day of the week. But why are people so convinced that it's not going to happen? What am I missing?
Yeah, listen, I don't want to fester on that one. I desperately want to see this fight. So, yeah, but a lot of people are saying it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But if there is, the onus it would be on Tyson Fury and not on Dillian Whyte, because one thing I do know is that Dillian Whyte desperately wants this fight.
Yeah, look, Dillian's been crying out and for a proper payday and a proper lump of money for the time, and now he's got it. Why is he not going to take it?
Exactly.
But yeah, I think Fury will. I think he'll struggle to let their glove on Fury, to be honest.
You know what?
Interesting.
Thank you so much for that one, Rich.
No problem.
Take care, God bless.
I don't. Your wife's going to knock Fury out, and then he's going to break in an hour and tell Brook he's injured.
Have a good evening, Richard.
Take care. God bless,
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Well, I say you have to mind about rumors.
Yeah.
Because they're everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. They're everywhere, man. The rumors are like oxygen, bro.
Yeah,
so,
trust me.
Richard and Dominic's tight, really tight.
Yes.
So I believe, like, yeah, maybe so that would have come out, but it is what it is, bro.
Okay, sorry, Spence. Ride 2596. Thank you for the 449. He says Fury and Whyte is a serious fight. If Fury gets mad, complacent, thinking Whyte is a pushover, he will lose. If Whyte fully focus, he knows the task at hand. Correct.
Right. 25. I know for a fact that there won't be no complacent in Tyson Fury turns out to fight Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean?
Neither of them are going into this fight complacent. Neither.
Go on. Here's my next question. Spencer Tunde, do you think Amir training with Terence Crawford and Bomac gives him the upper hand on Kell Brook, as Bud is the number one pound for pound for me at
the moment?
At the moment.
No,
I don't think that gives him the upper hand because he's not Joe with Bomac. That's not going to help him.
Is Terence Crawford the trainer? What do you mean, bruv? I'm trying to say some puppy show. They probably just done that for the gram. They probably just done that for the gram. Terence Crawford is not a trainer.
He's training hard.
No, but Terence Crawford is not a trainer. Terence Crawford is a fighter who's been trained by Bomac. So I bet you put Bomac on the pads. He's showing me things with Terence Crawford on the pads. That ain't listen. At the end of the day, if Amir has got enough left in the tank to beat Kell Brook, he will. I mean, listen, how many trainers do you need? It's what I'm trying to say. When people talk about loyalty, how can you be loyal and you got 10, 15 trainers? That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense to me. So, so when you lose, every time you lose, you blame the trainer and you move on to that's why above. Anyway, but all this trainer, next trainer, you're running away from the fact it's you. It's you. Make the adjustments. You do. And if your team, you're bringing people to your team. I just think it's just all excuses. I've always believed that, and that's just my personal opinion. The buck stops with yourself. You have to that's what they call it, self-analysis. So if you analyze yourself and you keep on pointing the finger elsewhere, there's something wrong with you, not no one else. But yeah, that's a subject that I'm touchy about. So it is what it is. Anyway, let's keep it positive.
Well, you had to be because you nearly unemployed the other day, Tunde.
Listen, I always said no man can't unemploy me because I will never stop believing in myself. You only unemployed if you
Jermaine
don't
Gordon,
believe in
thank you
yourself.
very much for the $2.99 donation. Great show, Mr. Spence and Mr. Tunde. Number one
Come on.
boxing show. Wave the flag. Wave the
Come on.
flag.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you, Jermaine.
You know why it is? Because how me and Tunde talk on the show is exactly how we speak when we're on the phone talking to each other.
All day.
Right,
All
there's
day.
no L's and graces, there's no trying to twist up. That's what I can't take. You mean just be yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. P. Shaw, he said Amir Khan wins hands down. I mean, I want to see it. I mean, it's another hotly and greatly anticipated fight. Please God, there's no injuries to either of them young men, because they are still young, just at tail ends of their careers. But it's still a fight that everybody's looking forward to, and it should be a great night. And I'll be honest with you, Kel, if you're injured, just forget about the injury, bro. Just come them up, just fight, because all this gassing up we're hearing the fights, and the fights get cancelled at the last minute. It's upsetting me, and I don't like what I just heard from you about people saying that this Tyson Fury fight ain't gonna happen. What people are saying that?
It's bare bad mind, son.
Yeah, bruv, he's just trying to put negativity on the fight. The fight is happening. I'm saying it on the fight is right. That fight is happening. I'm putting all my energy for that fight to happen. Frank Warren and Top Rank have won the purse bids. Both men have got the date. Both men know their purses. All we are awaiting now is the venue. Don't come on here chatting about fight cancelled. Oh, I'm hearing rumors. We don't care for no rumors. And if I see any rumors about the fight cancelled on it, I'm blocking you. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to. Anybody that puts any negativity on this fight here, Dillian Whyte or Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte, you're getting blocked. Because, bro, we need this fight. I'm gonna say that again. We, the fans of boxing, need this fight. Come on, Spence. Come on, back me up. We need this fight, Spence.
I will back you up like I back you up in the corner and punch in your belly.
You fool. You ain't backing up nothing, bro. Bro, all you're backing up is your
we need this fight. We need this fight. There's no one more stubborn than Tunde Ajayi, you know.
Come on.
Seriously.
Why got sick? Oh no, what's it? Big up Bobby Wright. Gentlemen, my stomach hurts how much I've laughed. Good people, good vibes all day. Yeah, bro, you know, as long as Spencer's in total denial about this shellacking that I gave him, you're always gonna laugh. Tyrese Howard says White is trash. Now you have to explain, because he's busting up every American heavyweight that you lot got. Bruv, so all this trash talk, that sounds like American language. Bruv, that when I say man's trash, that's American talk. But bring me the American heavyweight that's beating Dillian Whyte. You ain't got one. Heavyweight boxing resides in the UK. So don't come in here with no Yankee business. We run this thing out. The UK run the heavyweight boxing right now. Like it or lump it. AJ, Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte, Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois. Fam, we're cleaning up this thing. So no, bruv. We're cleaning up this thing. Americans ain't even got, that's why you lot are all sour. Because you ain't got no heavyweights. And you know, heavyweight boxing is the boxing is controlled by the heavyweights. So the Americans don't have no heavyweights. So that's why you're what they call it, salty.
Man said Thomas Duffy, Wilder would end Dillian.
Oh, yeah. Bruv, listen, you can say what you want about Wilder. Wilder's my man. I respect everything he's done. But let me tell you something. The aura has been totally obliterated by Tyson Fury. I'm going to say that again. The aura of Deontay Wilder has been totally obliterated by Tyson Fury. Man said David Adelaide. The list goes on and on and on. Bro, that's what I'm saying. You man are trying to hold on to this Gerard Anderson, brother. But fam, he just started. He just started in this thing. So he may well be the future. But
He's a good fighter, though, Tun. I gotta give you that. He's a good fighter.
No. He may well be the future, but he is not the present. Dream it, believe it, become it now. That's what we're interested in. Bro, you man are too salty. You might need to do some more training, then come and test our heavyweights. You can't test our heavyweights right now. The UK is running this, so just enjoy it while we running this thing out. Where the British people are running heavyweight boxing. It's just a fact. It's not even my personal opinion. It's just a fact. Anyway, Tank's neck is a heavyweight. You're absolutely right. The he's a good fighter. That's one of my standout prospects. He's not even a prospect no more because he's a champion. But I do like the way Gervonta Davis fights, and how he's been maneuvered is strategy. That's how Floyd done it, and that's how Floyd's teaching him to do it. So it is what it is. But let's look at the possibility of victory and defeat for both fighters and how it would affect them, Spencer. Let's obviously first talk about victory. What would victory for Dillian Whyte do for him at this point of his career?
If Dillian Whyte beats Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte will run through the whole of Brixton naked with a WBC strap wrapped around his waist.
Come on.
Because that's how much it means to him.
Yes.
Not only that, but more than anything, I've seen someone follow their dreams and aspirations and get success off of the back of it. So this here could be one thing you will give Dillian Whyte. If you watch this fight, December of, what was that? 16, when he gets knocked out by Anthony Joshua.
AJ, yeah.
I remember walking to him after the fight, and don't get twisted, I love both of them guys, right? But because Anthony Joshua was the media darling, when Dillian clapped him with that left hook, which stunned Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I jumped out my chair, you know. I want Dillian to knock out Anthony Joshua.
Why? Because he's Nigerian, innit? That's why you wanted to.
Oh, please, cut that foolishness out.
Why? Don't come. We didn't want to know. Anyway,
because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Anthony Joshua don't look Nigerian. Anyway, right?
What are you trying to say?
But
there you go.
You little refugee, right?
And there you go again. Bro, just stop it. Just stop it. Stop your nonsense. Coyote says he'll pay Spencer versus Tunde. I'd pay the pay-per-view for that, in the words of Dylan. Let's go, bro. Spencer don't want this smoke. Because Spencer be smoking if it's a war thing between the two of us. He knows it as well.
Bro, let me tell you this. I got one good round in me. All right, and that would be enough for Tunde Ajayi.
And that is not enough.
No, one round. That's what I need. I just need one round. One round to deal with you. I know the spot to punch in that fat Niger belly of yours.
You must be joking, mate.
Yeah, I mean, you see all the Krispy Kremes, all the Haagen-Dazs.
You know what Dean Powell says? If you can't beat him,
you might as well retire.
You might as well retire. That's what Dean Powell used to tell me, bro. If you can't beat him, bro, get another job, fam.
But
that's what I've been saying in my mind.
Dean Powell, God rest his soul. Dean Powell, you know what I mean, the late great, and he was a great matchmaker.
Yes, sir.
If you look at his resume, right, he was something like 95% of matchmaking success. Nuts.
Yeah, bro. Dean and Frank will bear me witness. I don't respect no matchmaker since Dean Powell. Frank said.
And why should you?
I know you don't like it. I don't. They might not like it. What I'm saying, but I'm just telling you. When Dean Powell used to make a match, I didn't even have to question, man, because I know Dean knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And it's not so much. I'm not disrespecting no one, but Dean Powell was a fantastic matchmaker.
I'm not disrespecting no one either, but compared to Dean Powell,
Yes,
that man was a matchmaker. Trust me on that one.
100%. And it's
He was a
matchmaking is
matchmaker.
an art. Matchmaking is an art.
Of course it is. It's an incredible art. And like Dean Powell, when he say like, well, if you can't beat him, you might as well retire, because he got that from the late great, who's Frank Warren's matchmaker and his right hand man when it came to putting boxing together. The late great Ernie Fossey. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And people don't know how close me and Ernie Fossey were. Very close. You know, we were very tight. It's sad that he passed, but when it comes to matchmaking, that man just knew how to matchmake. And Dean Powell was a man who was like a sponge, so we spent time with loads of the greats to pick up. Johnny Bosch in America, who was like a fantastic matchmaker, right? But Dean learned from all of them man there. You know what I mean? Spent loads of times with Mickey Duff. He learned, and he was like he could always fit in and find a spot where to go to. He's working with Lennox Lewis's man, then from Lennox Lewis's Frank Maloney's, then from Frank Maloney's and Frank Warren. Yeah, Dean was that guy. But yeah,
I like what Checkmate 734 says. He said, if Dillian Whyte beats Fury, it will turn the division upside down.
And the division needs to be turned upside down.
So what if, or what most people are expecting, Tyson Fury wins? I mean, do we just sit down and wait for the winner of the rematch between Anthony Joshua and Usyk? And
It's
the possibility
how a week, or even let me say 2 weeks, are how pivotal 2 weeks are in boxing. Because just the other day, everyone was on, should Anthony Joshua take a step aside money? Don't take the step aside money. Should take the step aside money. What's Anthony Joshua doing now? Nobody don't care about Anthony Joshua. At this present moment, nobody's not interested, because, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Anthony Joshua seemingly has like these men with great business acumen and all the rest of it, and how he's media trained and media savvied, and you know what I mean, and stuff like that. That what's happened is, even though we respect him, I think when we're looking at somebody like a Dillian Whyte is WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. You know what I mean? Not trying to put no Earls and Graces on nothing. He ain't putting no frills on this thing. He's just being himself. And he's saying, right, I'm just being myself. I just want to fight. And for a long time, he said, I just want to fight. Even at the time when we didn't think he could be victorious against Anthony Joshua, when they fought in their second meeting, but their first meeting as professionals, I remember after Dillian Whyte getting knocked out, this way his mindset's very strong. He got knocked out then. And I'm walking to the change room just to say, boy, unlucky. You know what I mean? And you know what Dillian said to me to it? Dillian Whyte, after being stopped by Anthony Joshua, said the referee's an idiot, should never stop the fight.
That sounds
this
like
is what
Dylan.
You know a man is. This is
he's serious, bro. He's got some different kind of willpower, which I admire and I respect it. You know, a young man, he's got his own mind. You know, and he's got that. And you know what? Funny thing about Dill's very respectful. You know, he's very, very respectful. Even though he's got his ways and aggression, he has got a lot of respect. You know, he's very respectful and in the way, and he's done things his own ways. Maybe that's what rubs people up the wrong way. But at the end of the day, he's been able to maintain a mindset which has now landed him his biggest purse, if I'm not mistaken, and the fight that's anticipated by everybody. Everybody is wanting to see this fight, and everybody. I don't think anyone could put their hand on their heart and say 100% one fighter is going to win it. There is a doubt. It's heavyweight boxing. There's a doubt. Yeah, there has to be a doubt. If man's just saying straight up Tyson Fury is winning this fight, then bruv, you don't know about heavyweight boxing. You don't, because heavyweight boxing, it is literally. I mean, I'm not really a supporter of this, but it is one punch. because the reason I say I'm not really a supporter of that, because it's one punch in any weight division, but the heavyweight in particular, we all saw what happened to Lennox with the Ruckman, and also the McCool. That was just
Oliver
one punch.
McCool fight.
Oliver McCool, one punch. Good night, nurse. You know, but he came back.
Well, I think, you know what, I believe that Lennox Lewis was very unlucky in the Oliver McCool fight, because I watched that fight numerous times. I remember Danny Williams went to the fight with Anthony G, and I remember when Lennox got dropped, the referee could have allowed him to have gone on, you know. You know what I mean? Whether it would have made a difference, but he could have been allowed to have gone on. But when he got knocked against Hassan Ratman, that was seriously one punch. He was winning the fight, even though it was a very lackluster performance by Lennox Lewis. Yeah. But, you know what I mean? The jab, then overhand right, boom, knocked him out. It is one punch. But that's why you have to have this supreme focus. And I believe both men will bring their A game. You know what I mean? Both men will bring their A game. But what I am saying is, yes, Ben. No, he's taking liberty.
Jesus Christ! Stop your talk, Mr. Snapchat himself. It just cancelled everything you've said. Bro, I can't remember what you said. I'm going to be honest with you, Spence. Everything that just came out of your mouth in the last, I don't know, two minutes, I do not remember nothing. All I know is that Mr. Snapchat himself, Mr. Ben Odom, has just donated 200 squilla to the Fighters Right. And he said, would it be possible to put up a boxing table together, Tunde? Everyone actually sitting together at a large round table. Spence, Hatman, Tunde, Ade, Chris Andre, G-Man, undefeated, etc. The revenue would probably be excellent. By the way, if Whyte beats Fury, who is the A side between Whyte and AJ? First part of your question, that is a good suggestion.
It is a good suggestion, right?
But it's going to be on the Stamina for Soul platform. I'm telling you that for free.
Yeah, come on, obviously.
Yeah, but that is a good suggestion, Ben. Brilliant. Yeah. And that would be beautiful to see as well. All of us around
the
one table.
Within there. I got a lot of time for every man that you've called on, because every man you've called, I know them personally. But the thing about this, all of them know who the daddy is. That's all I'm saying, right? Straight standard. It's
going to be on our thing, but that's a fantastic suggestion, and I think we're going to reach out to all the man and we try to set something up. Definitely,
that'd be big.
That's big, Ben. That's big. Love that. Love that.
I mean, that round table would be fire.
That would be fire. And that's what we need to do. You know, bringing all the podcasters together. Yeah. Great. That's a great idea, Ben. Great idea. Great idea. We're gonna look into that.
It's a great idea, because like all of them man that you've called, I've been on every single one of them, except for Addy. But me and Addy talk regular. I haven't been on his thing yet. But he said, "Nah, you got to come on now." He sent me a message the other day. But that would be. I'm not even talking about revenue. I'm just talking about the content that it will create.
Yeah.
And not only that, but to show all the rest of the guys that this is how it's meant to go. It is, you know what I mean? It's amalgamation. Yeah,
I'm really, really interested in that. And I think that's something we're definitely gonna do. Listen, if Whyte beats Fury, there's no question AJ is the A side. It's not even a question. Anthony Joshua is the darling bud of British boxing. And someone said world boxing.
I disagree.
Yeah?
I'm going to tell you why.
Numbers don't lie, Spence.
No, his numbers are ridiculous. But I'm saying when it comes to the A side of the negotiation,
numbers don't lie.
And I'm gonna explain to you again. When it comes to who's going to be the A side, because of the numbers. But if we're dealing with the lineage of boxing, you can't disrespect the lineage of boxing. Dillian Whyte has gone into a fight as an underdog, because that's what he's doing, right?
Yes.
Against a man who's the lineal heavyweight champion, against a man who has 3 times beaten one of the hardest punches in boxing, regardless of any weight, right? We saw the story of what Tyson Fury battled to come back. He drug abuse, obesity, mental health issues, all of these kind of things, came back, and now he's at the mountaintop. And Dillian Whyte, this young youth from Brixton via Jamaica, who said when he first come to the UK, couldn't even speak English properly. I don't know what language you speak in Jamaica, because I lived there for 8 years. I thought it was English. But anyway, that's another story for another day, right?
Properly now.
So, right, a man that lent Anthony Joshua's his pants to wear when Anthony Joshua never had no clothes to wear when in Germany to go out to the nightclub, right? All of these kind of things. Anthony Joshua would be the A side, but Dillian Whyte would be the A minus side of that duo. Reason being because of him beating Fury. Him beating Fury, it's just gonna be humongous. If he beat Fury, all right.
He's still not the A side, Spence. You just gotta be realistic. He's not the A side, Spence. Anthony Joshua will be the A side 7 days of the week, and it's just a fact. There's nothing more. Who was the A side when Sugar Ray Leonard stepped up to fight the then champion Wilfred Benitez?
Sugar Ray Leonard was the A side.
There you go.
November of 1979.
Come on, the knowledge. You had to show off and split the date on me, because you know I ain't got no dates recollected. I ain't got no date recollection in my head. But
it's because you waste all your money on cocoa butter when you rub on your teeth to make it shiny. Ladies and gentlemen,
no, I waste it on buying Eba to knock you out.
There we go. Tunde, you can't cook Eba.
Bro, Eba's the easiest thing to cook in the world.
It's not. It's not.
It's just hot water. It is, man. Just
no, it's not, because you throw Tunde. I've heard that you can burn hot water.
Bro, anyway, come on, bro. I'm not even going there with you again. Thank you, Ben, again for the £200. Much appreciated. Going into the 91st minute of the show, I think maybe we'll go on for a few more minutes. Yeah. All right, let me throw a question out to the 407 people in the chat at the moment.
How many?
There was just a second ago 407. Now there's 403. That's a lot of people.
You know what? Thank you for all you people sharing your Sunday evening. That really means a lot to me, you know.
Trust me.
But at the 400 and whatever on there, please just press your like and subscribe button.
Yes, sir.
We're hitting the 10,000 subscribers, and we are gassed for that. So just hit that button. I beg. Please, I beg, sir, please.
We want 10K subscribers by the end of February. That is the goal. So please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. But what I want to say is, I'm going to throw a little poll out to the Fight Is Right listeners. And that is 1 for Tyson Fury and 2 for Dillian Whyte. 1 if you think Tyson Fury is gonna win, and 2 if you think Dillian Whyte's gonna win. Yeah, just a little test. Yeah, a little test there. But yeah, bro, man's on it already. 1 Roman Hotspurs, 2 Sporting Icons. Sorry.
Now big up Sporting Icon as well.
Yep, Little Jacob 1. Mayor of Brixton, he's got bare 2s, as much 2s as Eddie Hearn's purse bids. Bro, I'm seeing a lot of 2s here, Spence. 2s, 1s, 2s. 1. Bobby Wright 2, Kyle Johnson 1, Kyle Johnson. Bro, Kyle, you can't do 3 1s, bro. It's just 1 or 2. But you get 1 vote right here. 2, 1, 2. Fight Fan TV Live says 2. Prince Teddy 1 all the way. He's at bare 1s. CP 1. Ramon Campbell 2. 2 White bringing the smoke. Trust me, come on. TBS the body snatcher. 2s 1. But you know what? There's a lot of 2s here, Spence. There's a lot of 2s, and I see a bare people. Nah, don't be on this voting twice. You can't do that.
He's Nigerian, Tunde.
Cocaine 1. Jamie Leroy says Tyson schools Dylan. Cool. Felix in Nagus says 1, or is Nagus says 2. Did he say 2 or 1? He said 2. Dylan. Obviously, I wouldn't expect anything less from a Sart man. Yeah, but Dylan's got a lot of support. I don't know where you're going with number 3, Naz. 3 must be me. Because it definitely ain't Spence. Because Spence don't know the difference between a left hook and a fish hook.
It's Tunde. He got that line from me. I taught Tunde everything he knows in boxing. So I don't know why he's misbehaving there, you know?
So don't know the difference between a left hook and a fish hook. I
So
like that
if
one.
it wasn't for me, you'd still be a roadman. So you would have shut your mouth.
Free J Paul. But yeah. All right. So we got Dillian Whyte versus TYSON Fury. I mean, listen, as the fight goes closer, we'll talk more on it. But it's a great fight. I think, you know, we're gonna be documenting the build-up to this fight all the way from now until this fight to the two men are in the ring. Because it's just a great talking point. And probably our views may change all the way to the build-up. You know, but no matter how you look at it, as you say, this is the main fight on everyone's mind at the moment. In boxing. I'll go so far to say in boxing. Canelo, as big as he is, no one ain't talking about no Canelo fight right now. People talking about Dillian Whyte versus TYSON Fury. It's on. It's on. Frankie Blue Eyes has delivered. I'm going to keep saying it. The Queensbury outfit have delivered. Silent talking, not running up the gums, and giving Dillian his biggest payday ever with the carrot of a bonus of, I think, did I say £4.2 million? Dollars bonus. Serious. Next week, Kurt, we have Eubanks v. Williams.
1 second, Tun. Assalamu alaikum, Amir Khan on the show.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Amir.
Brother, you look in fantastic condition. People.
No, I'm in great shape, man, honestly. Spencer, we just finished a nice run with Bomac and the boys, the younger fighters. And you know, when I'm training here, I'm training with all the young fighters, and they're pushing me hard. But you know what? I'm beating them in running, I'm beating them in sparring, I'm beating in doing rounds, and fitness is great. So all this time I used to think that, you know, I'm getting older, I'm 35. Well, I think I'm in the best shape I've ever been in.
Right. Somebody's trying to bring around a dirty rumor that Kell Brook is injured. Don't listen to none of that rubbish. That could be a trick.
Listen, I'm not listening to anything, Spence, because the thing is, you know, when you start thinking like that, then you're gonna take your foot off the gas. I'm too smart and too experienced for that. Make any mistakes on it now. Well, we're working hard, man. And you know what? It's brilliant. First of all, I want to say big up to Terence Crawford, because you know what? He's taken time away from his family. He's spent 3 weeks out here with me. He's been here watching me spar, watching me train, taking me on the mitts now and then. And he's been giving me the best instructions. And just 2 years ago, and just yesterday, he said it's the best looked in sparring, and he was like really impressed. You know what? That's coming from a pound champ. Then you know that says it all.
All right. So, what different are you going to bring to the game, Amir?
I think it's about staying smart in this fight. And look, I know I've got the fitness, I've got the strength, I've got the power. It's about being very calculated, picking the right shots at the right time. You know, we would want Kell to come and fight, come looking for him. If he wants to fight on his back foot, we're going to be ready for that as well. So we've worked on different strategies. If he wants to come forward, or if he wants to run, or if he wants to just wait for me and try to cut me, we have everything in the bag. All the plans have been brilliant. We sponsored tough 154 fighters, and they've been pushing me hard, man. And I can see myself, when I go back home and watch videos, I can see myself now getting better and better every time.
Yeah. Idea Namia, Tunde here.
It's Tunde, but it's a bit low on my thing because it's coming through your mic.
Big up, my man. First of all, Spencer,
I'll just tell you what you're saying. Go on, say what you're saying, Tunde.
First of all, I know you, Bomac, weren't running with you. So that's the first thing. I know Bomac weren't running with Amir Khan. Bomac's too heavy. But what I would say is, as you know, Amir, I'm an energies person. And the energy that I'm feeling from your words right now is proper.
Tunde's saying the energy from your words, what he's feeling right now, are proper. Like you're on it.
Yeah, I could.
Look, alhamdulillah, bro. You know, I've never trained this hard in my life. I've been with Fred Roach. I've been with Virgil Hunter. The way we train here, bro, you know, this is why I have to say why Terence Crawford is one of the best fighters in the world, because the way these guys train, bro, I could not believe that. You know, when I first come here, the first mini camp I did, I came and I was like, how am I going to deal with this? Because it's so hard. Maybe I ain't got it in me to do this hard work. Because I've been pushed hard, bro, not as hard as this. But when I came here, bro, I locked myself in. I locked myself and I said, I'm going to shit hard. And when I saw the likes of these young fighters pushing me, I thought, you know what? I'm a former world champion. These guys will come up that home and perform at the highest. And never trained this hard in my life, bro. I've been to many camps. My body shape, and believe it or not, weight is, I'm literally one session away or 2 sessions away. Wait, I've never been this light in my life. But I want to keep the muscle, and I've changed my diet. I've eaten a lot more because I don't want to go too light, right? But honestly, you know what they were saying to me just a couple of days ago was, why do you go down to 140? I was like, nah. I mean, they really believe to make 140 the way I've been weighing. I mean, I'm like 152. It's nothing. And they're saying, look, you can make 140 again if you want to. But like I said, getting all now, man. But I don't want to go for it, make it 140, you know?
Okay. Amir, lastly, I'm going to leave with this because Tunde will have loads of questions, but unfortunately, the mic. I want to know this from y'all. Why are you going to win this fight? And why should people tune into the fight, which is Sky pay-per-view?
Look, I'm going to win this fight because I've got God on my side. You know, I've been working very hard. And this is a fight that is, you know, that is, it's always been talked about. A lot of people want to see the fight. And it's been a massive motivation for me. You know, all this talk that people have been doing and also Kel's been doing, it's really motivated me to go and, you know, blast them out, really. I'm not going there, I'm not his friend. I mean, maybe I'm your friend, but we're not friends. So I'm not going there to do a job. I'm going to shut up for good. I'm not frustrated about anything. I'm not angry. I'm going to go there and just do a clinical job. I'm not letting my nerves come in between this, or my anger get in between this fight. It's going to be a smart, calculated fight. And I just want to see what those people are going to say. You know, who you said, Kel would beat you, or whatnot, you're scared of it. Because, you know, it just didn't happen at the time. Because obviously we were both campaigning at different countries. I was in America, he was in the UK. We were different weights. But look, now it's time. It's happening. We're both similar ages. We both had wins in our career. Just for the British fans, and given this fight, I think it's going to be a left fight. It's going to be one that everyone's talking about now, but it's going to be one that everyone talks about for a very long time.
Amir Khan, could you tell people to tune into the Fight Is Right fight along for your fight versus Kell Brook, because it's going to be massive?
Yeah, it's going to be a massive fight, guys. It shows how big this fight is going to be, because obviously they sold out the arena within 6 minutes. Everything was sold out. I mean, even I needed some tickets. I got to get hold of it. Colleagues, guy, I'm calling Ben Shannon from Boxer saying, I need some tickets. It is literally sold out, and I can't believe it. It shows how much interest there is in this fight. The fight's going to be a box office, Feb 19, Manchester Arena, at the AO Arena. And it's going to be fight. I'm telling you. It shows why it's sold out. I think because people want to see what me and Kell are going to be excited to do it. There's a lot of hate in this fight, and it's like we're going to go in and bang each other.
All right, lastly, are you going to knock him out, Amir?
Yeah.
Amir Khan is telling the fans that he is going to knock out Kell Brook. Amir Khan, a massive pleasure, because I know you just finished your training and that. Just to jump on, that means a lot. Now,
we train every day, and you know, even though we've not been having days off, but bro, the body has adapted to this. It's different. I've never been this strong. I mean, I can't wait to show the public
All right, Amir. Thank you for
Big up,
jumping on
big
the
up.
Fight Is Right,
Big
my
him up
brother.
for me, Spence. Big him up
Yeah,
for me.
Tunde saying big up.
Yeah, big up Tunde, bro. And I'll see you guys soon. Right?
Love, brother. Take care.
Love,
God
love.
bless.
God bless.
Take care.
Spence,
Right, Tunde, take care. Okay.
Spence, I need to hear from Kell Brook because I need to assess the energy what Kell Brook's coming with. Because I'm telling you, that man there that we just had live on The Fight Is Right is hyped for the fight. And he is full of energy. So I need to assess. This is why that's why I like listening to man when they're talking. But that brother there, what I just heard, I ain't never heard Amir Khan like that before. And I'm just being honest with you. I ain't never heard Amir Khan. Because you can feel the thing. You can feel the thing. Big up Naz. He said Khan to stop Brook, bruv. Fam, you know what? After just listening to Amir Khan there, I'm feeling, not listening, feeling what he was saying. As A.O. said, he said, Khan's got me believing. I'm telling you, bruv. I know this thing. And bruv, Amir Khan right now, he's, and I think, you know, listen, I hope we're not going down the old Orly Harrison thing where, you know, Orly Harrison will just trick man. Bruv. But I ain't ever heard, I mean, in his whole career, I've never felt that energy from Amir Khan. In his whole career. And I'm a man, I'm a psychologist when it comes to fighters. But that was energy there. That, yeah, you might be right. That is a 50-50 fight now, depending on what
Terry.
I get from Kell Brook.
Yeah, Spencer Fearon. Terry? I can't hear you, man. Unfortunately, I've got Kell Brook's father on the line right now and manager Terry Brook.
Yes, sir.
But
Spencer,
yeah, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm in my house right now doing the Fight Is Right podcast. I'm really good, my friend. I'm doing the Fight Is Right podcast. People are trying to send out rumors that Kell Brook's injured for this fight, which I know is nonsense. Why are they bringing out these stupid rumors, sir?
Who would be bringing them stupid rumors out?
Right.
They're 100% false.
Right.
Good.
And this is coming from Kell's manager and father, Terry Brook.
Take it from me.
Terry, could you tell us how's Kell doing? How's Kell doing?
How's Kell doing right now?
He's doing fine. Yeah, I'll tell you how he's doing that.
Yes, Kell Brook.
Yeah.
Live on the Fight Is Right. Kell, listen to this. We just, you look in condition, man. We just had Amir Khan on the thing saying that he's gonna knock you out. What have you got to the fight fans and the viewers of The Fight Is Right? Why are you gonna win this fight, bro?
Friends, you know me for a long time, many years, but you know in your this fight, you know what's gonna happen. He's gonna get what's coming to him. Everyone's gonna tune in for 19th round. And that's all I know. I'm happy. I'm not injured. I'm like cheap, but ready to fight now.
Right. Unfortunately, it's kind of glitchy where you are, but I've heard you say that we know why you're gonna win the fight because everything's gone right for you. You're in condition. We can see it, and he's coming to war. Thank you very much, Kell Brook. I'm not even going to keep you, but big up yourself. Big up your father, Terry. Tunde saying big up to you as well. Keep up your thing. We are so looking forward to this fight. Take care, gentlemen. God bless. Thank you very much, Terry. Take care, bruv.
Bruv. The black book is too powerful around here. I'm telling you, bruv. You see the black book? See Spencer Fearon's black book? This is what I'm trying to say. TV companies ain't got this. There's no TV show on no channel that's got the energy of The Fight Is Right. Only we can cool man random. TV companies have to set up interview, go through PR people, and we don't do that right now. Man, just draw out the black book. Spirit's black book is my black book. I'm just claiming it from now. I'm claiming it from now. Anything in that book belongs to me. But Spencer has got the powers. That black book is powerful. And this is why you cannot beat The Fight Is Right. You can't. It's a shame though. We didn't get the feeling because of the connection.
The bad reception, but bro, it don't matter.
That was the person I really wanted to hear from the most. I'll be honest with you.
And we got him.
But and we did hear, but it'd be great to get him on a proper setup. Maybe we
get
could
him, don't worry. That's mine.
Squeeze one before maybe we could get both of them on. You understand? That would be
bro. I'm not selling no pay-per-view.
Anyway, let me read Leah's comment. I did see it, Leah. Thank you for the £20 donation. She said Dillian is genuine, hence why he won over a lot of people. Coogan, who is up his Nash now, was hostile during the Whyte versus Joshua build-up. However, I also believe AJ is authentic. We'll all display aggression and grit differently. Facts. That's facts, Leah. That's facts. That's facts.
Big up, Leah. Thank you very much.
Big up, Leah. But right now, Leah, I'm going to be honest with you. We are on the Kell Brook counting because Spencer done it again. The black book, and you know me, I'm always giving my brother flowers. I ain't waiting until man drop to give man flowers. I'm giving him from now to infinity.
Well, Tunde, I'm going to give you your flowers when I knock you out.
You fool. Bro, I keep telling you. Bro, you see, you had to go and spoil it. Bro,
that's right.
For that, you're getting knocked out. I was gonna take you a few rounds. I was gonna take you a few rounds and hold you up. But now I'm not holding up nothing. I'm just gonna break you up from the opening bell. Bro. Anyway, cool, Leah. But yeah, that was live. Tonight,
no, but you know what? When I look in Kel's face, he's serious, you know. When he said, "Look, come on, you know me, Spence.
He looks,
you know me." He looks serious, you know.
Yeah, and I did tell you, but this is why I was favoring Kel. This is why I was favoring Kel. When I just see me. I always remember. I just got a habit of always remembering people in their best light, and I never forget at You Cool. I think he was fighting. Is it McIntyre?
Yeah, he broke it up as well.
Bruv, he was awesome. Well, and that's the only picture I've got in Kell Brook in my head. Just that. I know he's had so many fights and Golovkin fights and what have you, prior to that or after that. But I just remember that, and I just think to myself, that guy was a killer, an accurate, heavy-handed, sharp shooter. And Amir Khan is definitely going to have to display the energy which I just felt on that live. Because as I said, I've never felt that from Amir Khan. The way he was talking, the energy he was talking with. The only thing, I'll be honest with you, which I don't really like when a current fighter, a current active fighter is waxing lyrical about another fighter. And you're at the same goal. I don't like that.
I hate you, but everyone's different.
Because my ego...
Listen, what I'm saying is this.
Gun.
Amir Khan is really up for this fight. Just judging. He's really up for it. He's buzzing.
100%.
But the thing is this. Despite... Kell Brook's looking to Brook up, man, you know.
Yeah, Kell Brook is a spiteful you.
And also, I'm glad that we've laid to rest all these internet gossip lies about Kell Brook's
Liars. The same people that say... The same people that want to say that Dillian fight ain't gonna happen. It's happening, fam. It's happening. Remember they tried that with us with the Kovalev. People saying the fight ain't gonna happen. I said, yeah, all right, cool. Say that. Lies. You're always gonna have a set of people that want to just throw throw dirt on a spectacular event. And we these are two fights which have to happen. And Spencer's doing what he always does, is eating live on the thing. I don't know what he's eating today.
Yums are the one, bro.
But Baffos keeps on talking about where's Innis fam. This is a UK show today. I don't business. It's not about no American man today. We're bigging up the British guys, and it's how wonderful it is to be able to talk about two massive fights, all involving UK fighters, Spence. You all involving UK fighters. Brilliant
It's
time
beautiful.
for British boxing. Brilliant
Absolutely
time.
wonderful time for British boxing.
It's just live. You know what? We're gonna go for the 2-hour mark. Imagine that we were just about to wrap up the thing.
Yeah, my head just took me to phone Amir Khan, bro.
Look at that. Man said, didn't you have a sausage roll, fam? Man say, what happened to the prayers?
This is yums, mate. It's like the donut, the flat donut.
Go on. Ota A. Obes. He says, Spencer just did a madness. That black book is serious. Big up Unks Tunde and Spencer. Come on, bro. Now, the book is on another level. It's just on another level. It is on a level. What's this I'm seeing? Ben Oldham. I'm seeing something from Ben Oldham about 4-rounder. At Stamina for Sale, please tell Tunde, Spencer and Tunde that I'm promoting their 4-rounder. Can't put any more snaps, chats. YouTube has a weekly maximum limit. I'm gonna have a word with YouTube because you can't be blocking man's money. You can't be blocking man's money. That's disrespect. How can you put limit? How can you put a limit on something? An amount somebody wants to donate? What kind of nonsense is that?
You know what?
No, basically, what they're trying to say, we don't want no Nigerian fraudsters using credit cards too much, bro. They're taking liberties, Ben. But we're putting in an official complaint.
We're putting in an official complaint, bro.
Bro. No. It's cool. It's cool. Reactionary. Bro, listen. At the end of the day, Ben, we know that he's always delivering. Fan TV Live is cracking up, bro. It's about dough. Imagine though, YouTube putting blocks of man putting money. I've never heard so much nonsense in my life.
Nah, if your name's got an O or a U in it, they block you.
That's racism. That's racial bias. They gotta be having that. YouTube, you'll be getting an email from our director or producer, shall I say, Gary. But it's been a great show, Spence.
It has been, man. I've been very, very grateful for everyone who's jumped on, everyone who's donated, everyone who's ticked like, everyone who's subscribed. Yeah, I mean, got a big up Amir Khan, massive big up to Brook as well, and his dad Terry Brook. You know what I mean? So looking forward to their fight. I'm just happy that we even got a little piece of words. Sorry about the connection with Brook, but we kind of got the essence of what he was trying to say. That, you know what I mean? He's like,
his dad looked happy though. His dad looked happy. You know, father and son.
Yeah.
His dad looked happy.
Of course he's happy. Brook's getting £4 million.
Tara George.
That pay-per-view is gonna sell vicious, you know.
Yeah, that pay-per-view is gonna sell vicious.
It's gonna sell vicious.
Yeah,
it's gonna sell vicious. And I want to know which podcast could go get that man on there just like that.
You can't. There ain't none. I don't even know why I don't even know why you're saying that. There's no podcast. There's no even official TV company podcast. I see them boxer brothers trying to do the little podcast now, bro. If you want to make use of your TV platform, you have to call for the Fight Is Right. That's how you make use of your TV. Get real ones on the thing. That's me and Spencer. That's how you get subscribers. That's how you get the, because it's the energy. There ain't none of these presenters. These presenters, what you're I don't know, regurgitating or bringing up or digging up from Oxford and Cambridge. These men are not boxing people. They don't know about the real fight. There's just no other podcast. So BT, Sky, The Zone, all of them, Channel 5, you need the Fight Is Right on your platform. Otherwise, it ain't gonna blow. So you lot can keep on watching us. Keep on watching us because this is where we're at. I'm telling you, BT and these men are watching us now. BT, Sky, The Zone, they're all watching us. They're all watching us because it's a brilliant show, Spence. If I do say so myself, it's a brilliant show, full of energy, full of real boxing talk, full of undoubted, unquestionable knowledge. Because that's what you are, the knowledge. Not only that, you ain't got no black book. None of your brothers ain't got no black book like Spencer Fearon and Tunde Ajayi. Let me just say Tunde Ajayi. Spencer Black Book is my book. Just remember that, everyone. But it's great. Now it's all love, and thank you everyone for joining us this Saturday evening. Been 2 hours straight.
2 hours straight. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it.
It's been fun.
It's been better jokes. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoy and appreciate my brother Tunde because it's just bare jokes. It's just jokes. I enjoy it. And like we get to talk the rules on the boxing, but I enjoy reading the comments that you guys throw up as well. So yeah, man, it's all good. Anyway, I'm going back to eat my sausage roll, bro.
yeah, your bacon roll. All right, people, we leave you as we came to you by saying...
Sorry, Tunde, why are you trying to be Pat Barrett?
Bruv, man's got dark glasses on in the building.
Before we go, funny game aside, right, we have to send out our condolences to the great Brian Hughes who passed away last week.
Oh, yes.
Right, yes, just a fantastic trainer, trained so many guys down in Collyhurst, so many guys down in Manchester. Foundation man, a man who got me to know Pat Barrett from when I was about 16 years old when Pat Barrett was British champ. So, my condolences to his family. It was a superb boxing man and a genuine human being. I'm not saying it because he passed. He was such a nice man. You know what I mean? And may you rest in power.
And I always hear Pat talking about carrying on the memory and the spirit of Brian Hughes. So
yeah. And he means it. I spoke to Pat this week and he was saying it is what it is, but he said he was suffering, he had a bit of dementia and blah, and the wear and tear of old age. So yeah.
And it's a great mark of a teacher when you can have a student that will carry on your work. That is a great mark of a teacher. That's the truth. Rest in peace, Brian Hughes. Yes, done a lot for the Manchester community and the Collyhurst gym. Rest in peace. Salute to you, sir. David G, thank you again, finally, for a £2 donation. We're still trying to go. Man's still letting off cash around here. So he said, everyone liked the thing. Only 168 likes. Cha, you know that, innit, bro? But I don't know why. Man's on the thing. Just like it. Press like. 2 seconds that takes, if that. But as I was about to say, let's finish up as we started by saying, dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Thank you, every single person on our live today. Hope you have a fantastic week. Take care and God bless.
God bless.